Shalom, shalom, and welcome. This is Yasharal, Living Orders and Commands. It is part of an end-time series of messages that I believe I'm compelled to present before the body of the children of Yahuwah, who seek to serve and worship Him through His set-apart Spirit sent in Yahushua's name. Yahushua, Yahuwah's Word manifest in the flesh, walked among man, sacrificed and resurrected. Yahushua Messiah, our Mashiach. These words are to you who are in agreement to worshiping and doing the will of the Almighty Father. This segment of Yasharal Living Orders and Command is entitled Motivated to Seek Answers. It appears, my brothers and sisters, we have no problems talking about scriptures or even the pursuit of set-apart life. There are many positions on interpreting scriptures and understanding the life in set-apartness. Soon this will come to an end to those who truly seek to do the will of the Almighty Father. For the Almighty One of Yasharal, the Almighty Creator, He that is the beginning and the end of all things, knows the heart, the very intent of every one of us. My brothers and sisters, soon and very soon we will see an emergence of intensity that will demand that we become motivated to seek answers. Yes, motivated to seek answers. There are so many individuals who desire to teach and speak and lead, with many not really knowing what it means to serve as being guided by the living spirit of Yahushua Mashiach. I am not here to debate the use of the term religion, but I will say this. Across the many different religions, there's a proliferation of individuals, all who speak out boldly, believing that they have the understanding to true set-apartness. I am compelled that soon and very soon, the Most High will bring about a refinement, a discipline. He will get the attention of those who pursue set-apartness. He will get the attention of those who are physically alive. I am compelled this day to present the need for us to begin to ask questions, the need to assess our position, to assess the completeness of what we have chosen to do regarding whether or not we will serve the Almighty One of Yasharal. Yahuwah is His name. I was compelled, my brothers and sisters, by the Spirit of Yahushua, as I believe within my prayer with all my being, that it is He, the Spirit of Yahushua, that have motivated me and guided my footsteps. Will I make mistakes? Indeed I will. Will I stumble and fall? Indeed I will. Remember, scriptures speak of the flesh warring against the spirit. So who is able to discern that even in our service to the Most High, we will stumble and fall, we will make mistakes? The need for iron to sharpen iron is ever so desperately desired. Pray, my brothers and sisters. Pray that we begin to become motivated to seek answers. Let me read the following as we move into this segment more. Matthew 10:34 through 40 says, "Do not think that I have come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace but a sword, for I have come to bring division, a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's enemies are those of his own household. He who loves his father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take up his stake and follow after me is not worthy of me. He who has found his life shall lose it, and he that has lost his life for my sake shall find it. He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me." Who is prepared, my brothers and sisters, to see the set-apart division that will come? Who is able to realize that the set-apart spirit of Yahushua dwells in those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father? And in so doing, there will be a separation, a coming away from all that is wicked. There will be a purging of all that is wicked. There will be a time of departure, a time of separation. And I assure you, my brothers and sisters, end time will prove these words to be true like never before imagined. If we all focus on Yahushua Messiah and lift him up, if we are walking in obedience, then the structure of our household will indeed reflect set-apartness without a doubt. But these words let us know that it is important for us to focus on Yahushua Messiah. For us in focusing on him, then we will witness his structure, his discipline, his image for us, O Yasharal. Matthew 12:25 and 26 says, And Yahushua knew their thoughts and said to them, Every reign divided against itself is laid waste, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then does his reign stand? My brothers and sisters, it will be wise for us to realize there will be set apart division in order for true Yasharal to emerge clearly. We have used the words come out of her, and we are aware of the words purge, as well as set apart, being set apart. It would be wise to accept that these things must and will occur during these end times, bringing true functional meaning to these terms, such as purge, come away, being set apart. In other words, my brothers and sisters, we will witness deliverance from embracing, compromising teachings and practice. We will be delivered from such, those who will fulfill end time prophecies regarding the 144,000 and great multitude to be gathered from the four corners of the earth. There seemed to be an ease of accepting these responsibilities, but where we seem to get stuck is when it comes to demonstrating the actions of such. In other words, we speak it, we talk it, we communicate it by words, but when it comes to demonstrating, we seem to be sluggards, we seem to be asleep. This too will end, my brothers and sisters. Yes, we seem to be lacking, witnessing the living spirit of Yahushua directing us to come away and obeying him. Or we fail to obey the living spirit of our Mashiach and purge wickedness from our presence. Being nice or having good intentions, unaware that being nice and good intentions do not equal set apart actions. The days are at hand when we will witness chosen leadership execute right rulings, of which many will be disappointed. Some will embrace it. Some will be used to be the ones to execute such right rulings. Are you ready, O Yasharal, to witness the structuring of an awakening nation? Let us examine some questions that I invite you to be very prayerful and consider the words to these questions, my brothers and sisters, which I believe may contribute indeed towards bringing us to a point where we are motivated to seek answers. We say we believe the scriptures to be inspired, the inspired written words of the Most High Father Yahuwah. Here are three questions. Why are individuals dismissing the books of Matthew through Revelation? Why are individuals ignoring the writings of Shaul, Paul, as scriptures? How then can our words and witness be true and balanced among those who watch our actions if we reject the Mashiach, Yahushua? We say we believe in the Almighty One, He who is the beginning and the end, Yahuwah. Here are two questions. Who are we to say whether He can manifest Himself, His word in the flesh, to restore us into fellowship with Him? Who are we to dismiss that Yahushua is indeed the reflection, the image, the word, the manifestation of Yahuwah in the flesh? Our Mashiach, the representative of our salvation. Why do we fail to realize the order of service of the one who is Almighty, Yahuwah? We say we seek to do the will of the Almighty One, Yahuwah, and we say we accept Yahushua as Mashiach, Yahuwah's word manifest in the flesh. Why do we try to separate Yahuwah's word from Him by denying that they are one? We accept that they are one and acknowledge much that is presented in scriptures. We talk about scriptures. We read about scriptures. Many attempt to teach the scriptures. Questions. Why do we treat them as dead, disregarding the living presence of the Almighty One? You've seen it. We talk about the scriptures, but how many of us testify and speak of the life in the scriptures? Speak of Yahushua Messiah, making them alive before us, instructing us and teaching us. Why do we fail to accept wholeheartedly that Yahuwah, through his set-apart spirit that dwells in us and is alive within us, why do we fail to accept that this is a truth? That it is indeed true regarding the set-apart children of the Most High. What is it that restrains us from identifying, discerning the presence of the living Savior working within us, through us, one towards another, or acknowledging his chosen ones? We walk around saying something told me, or I should have followed my first mind, or I think I'm following the scriptures correctly. The time is at hand, my brothers and sisters, for us to realize there's a living Mashiach in Yahushua Messiah. He is indeed the set-apart teacher. He represents the living Almighty One of Yahuwah. We say that the Almighty One, Yahuwah, is loving and do not desire anyone to be lost. Why then do we ignore that there will be representation from many nations, kindreds, tribes, and tongues? Why do we act as though we are entitled and everyone else will go a separate way and be damned? Why don't we begin to prepare ourselves for many nations, kindreds, and tongues who also desire to seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, who also acknowledges Yahushua as Mashiach, who also are grafted into the body of one under the banner of Yasharal, true Yasharal? What are we doing to prepare to receive individuals from many nations, kindreds, and tongues? What are we telling our loved ones? What messages are being disseminated among the assemblies, the camps? Why do we struggle with accepting that Yahushua Mashiach not only brings salvation to the restored, awakening nation of true Hebrews, who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father, but he also grafts into the body of Yasharal all those who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father. And it is through Yahushua Mashiach that we are made one, that we who seek to do the will of the Almighty Father represent Yasharal, those who will be gathered from the four corners of the earth, those who will die for Yahushua's name, those who have been physically put to sleep and await and look forward to the return, the physical return of Yahushua Messiah. Many of us claim to expect the final Exodus, a gathering from the four corners of the earth. What are we doing to prepare for such a journey? Where are we going? How long will it take us to reach our destination? Who will be in charge? What will be the structure of our final Exodus? Who gets to be participants? How will individuals know whether or not they will be in attendance? What methods will be used to bring us together? Who decides the structure, the leadership, and how we will be managed? Do we not realize that the presence of the Spirit of Yahushua will be working through us, one towards another, and through his chosen leaders, and or sent Malachim, messengers, commonly referred by many as angels? What details are involved with the movement of those who will come from the four corners of the earth? What resources will we take along the journey? What will our transformation resemble as we adopt living orders and commands, as we respond, as we adapt and adjust to different surroundings and possibly the loss of loved ones left behind? My brothers and sisters, case in point, the days are coming to an end where we will allow our unbelief and slothfulness to cause us to avoid being used to demonstrate wholeness of Scripture. Let me say that again. The days are coming to an end when we continue to be overtaken by unbelief and slothfulness. We will find ourselves moving into obedience. Living orders and commands are going forward. And we will find ourselves being participant in this, in demonstrating what is indeed true and set apart as the Spirit of Yahushua, our Mashiach, rises up among us. All that we claim to believe have become ready to be tried and tested. Are you prepared, O Yasharal? We will soon discover, as end times become intense, that there will be those acting out of self or ill-conceived beliefs versus those who will be following the living orders and commands from the Spirit of Yahushua directly in or through his chosen leaders and or sent messengers, Malachim, commonly known as angels. Let me pause right here, my brothers and sisters, and consider this part one of a two-part segment entitled Motivated to Seek Answers. I assure you, my brothers and sisters, he who seeks will discover the answers, and the Spirit of Yahushua will respond if indeed your intent, our intent, my intent is to do the will of the Almighty Father. Stay tuned for part two of this multi-part segment entitled Motivated to Seek Answers. Shalom. Shalom. Shalom.